A lot of the time when you try to tell someone that the old is better than the new, they will try to tell you that it's just nostalgia talking. Although, that can be true a lot of the time, there are a few instances where nostalgia has nothing to do with it, and yet the sheep that still pay for Call of Duty every year still don't get it.
But who's that? Oh. It's Bryce!
Nick, use the ravine for cover. We've got one shot to rescue Laswell. Roger that.
What vehicle she in?
Okay. Nick and
Katana
Price.
has her in a black SUV in the front of the convoy.
Nikolai and Price.
Yeah,
sound so bad.
Then we should
For instance, the Call of Duty Modern Warfare reboot trilogy. The original trilogy released from 2007 to 2011 on the PS3, Xbox 360, and PC. All games are considered to be a masterpiece of their generation. All 1, 2, and 3. I don't care what anyone says, 3 is a masterpiece. All aspects of the game have been praised time and time again. Everything from the graphics to the online multiplayer.
And though Modern Warfare 2019 isn't that bad, the same can't be said for the sequels. Some may argue that the Modern Warfare 2 remake is fine, but they are wrong. They have all been brainwashed by corporate Activision, and well, don't even get me started on the Modern Warfare 3 reboot.
So, what does all that even mean? Well, to sum it up, Activision sucks at what makes Call of Duty good. In the new games, the multiplayer is good. Some would say great. But what is it that made the old games so good? What made me like the old games? It was the campaign. Strictly speaking about the Modern Warfare games. When anyone talks about these games, they talk about the campaigns. So for the campaigns to suck, that completely removes what many people loved about the games.
Now, let's talk about Modern Warfare 2. Now, the original was considered to be the greatest COD. I mean, is there anything bad you can say about it? I didn't think so. The action, the story, the characters are all perfect, especially because of the voice actors they got for the game. They got these two men to play major characters. Also, the game makes you care about the characters through performances and storytelling. For instance, the tragic death of Ghost that hits you like a battering ram to the torso.
No, the headless chickens at Activision decided to touch my favorite game, Modern Warfare 3. This is, if you couldn't tell, my favorite Modern Warfare game. This game, while disputed, is absolutely a masterpiece. Playing through the campaign as many times as I have, I've genuinely gotten emotional playing the game sometimes. Just watch this scene. Listen to the music. Everything about the scene is beautiful and gut-wrenching at the same time. The gunshots have been muffled and nothing else, sounds right, so that the music has a larger impact on how you view the scene. And then, when you finally get out of the hole, Price desperately calling for Hammer 6 and Sandman. The scene is incredible, and I feel so bad for anyone who played the remake and never saw this. In the remake, there is no Delta Squad. There are no sacrifices. In the original games, everyone dies. They win. They get what they want, but they don't get to see the world that they fought so hard for. In the remake, Soap dies, yet all the meaning from his death has been taken away.
In the original, Soap's death had a very long lead up to it, and served a purpose. To give Price motivation for the endgame, and also to expose the plot twist that Yuri, the guy you have been playing as the whole time, was one of the bad guys until being betrayed by Makarov during a mission in the previous game. Speaking of Makarov, the original iteration should be hailed as a top 10 villain of all time. It showed the atrocities of what he was doing to make you hate him, and his appearance and lines of dialogue were threateningly powerful. Cut to the reboot, and Makarov has pretty much nothing to do in the story, and is no longer a threatening villain, due to the fact that the character designers decided to turn Makarov into Ben Shapiro. Also, he doesn't die at the end, which is not very good, considering the fact that there isn't going to be any more reboots, and yeah, so not a very good decision on Activision's part.
Speaking of ruining aspects of the game, let's talk about the glorification of war and violence. In the original, it doesn't make you feel good about the things you're seeing or doing, except for a few instances where the game just wants to show you something really cool. In the first reboot game, they do a decent enough job at making you feel bad about what's happening, but there's just some issues with the tone, and some of the moments seem like they're being played off for shock value.
The thing is,
For instance,
the thing is, it actually has to be like really good though, isn't it? It's just supposed to show like
no reason other than just
our
like
personal
it,
learning though, more than actual
However,
quality.
Once 2 and 3 reboots hit, the seriousness and weight has just vanished.
Like, I mean,
there's nothing controversial or thought-provoking. Nothing you do makes you feel like you're a bad person. If you're looking for feeling bad, though, Call of Duty World at War is the magnum opus
and our like
controversy.
and
Call of Duty World at War is the COD game based in World War II. This game is phenomenal because of just how intense it can be at times. The imagery shown is really disturbing sometimes, and a lot of the game makes you feel bad about your actions. Sometimes, when you're parading through the streets of Berlin, massacring hundreds of German soldiers, Chernov tries to reason that the men that surrender don't need to be killed, but the Red Army's vengeance isn't quelled, and you don't leave any survivors. And during the American missions, there are times where you just plow through trenches with flamethrowers, burning people alive, and it's kind of sickening. Call of Duty World at War is a rare instance where my actions in a game made me feel sick in real life, and I would heavily recommend this game. It's way better than the reboot trilogy could ever dream to be.
Now, let's talk about Spec Ops, and let's just say in the first Modern Warfare game, it wasn't a thing. There was only like the campaign and multiplayer. However, with Modern Warfare 2, they added Spec Ops, and it was decent. It was like 20 missions, like special special little like challenges or whatever. Modern Warfare 3 though is when it peaked, and because it had actually great missions, plus the survival mode, which was very much needed when the other main series in the game at the time, Black Ops, had zombies, which was very popular, so they needed a substitute for that. And I have spent I spent many hours in Spec Ops Survival. Now, the Spec Ops in the first Modern Warfare reboot, there was only one mission at launch, and the game was more broken than the Grand Theft Auto Definitive Edition. And that is not a good thing. That is very bad. So basically, yeah, it was okay in like the second reboot. I don't even think it was. And then they did zombies in the Modern Warfare 3 reboot, which like that's not a thing in Modern Warfare. Anyway, though, again, they made a great side mode, and they ruined it just like everything else.
Conclusion, I think Activision's kind of hurt us.
See, like they've taken everything special and just ruined all of it. Most of it anyway. There are some slight hints of greatness, but most of it's just buried by everything else. All of the terrible.
I think we have a right to be mad about this. This was something we genuinely loved, and Activision's taken it and they've made it bad.
Yeah, and now where we stand, people, nobody likes Call of Duty anymore.
Yeah,
and,
except for some people.
Yeah, like this one guy.
Yeah, we hate that one guy.
Yeah.